Hey team, this is Sam Petrich, Assistant Hard Work Pays Off Coach. I know that you guys have had a lot of questions in the Facebook group about things like jump ropes and how to get better at double unders. So I just wanted to talk about that because I think it's really important that, people will just say, oh, just keep practicing, and that's how you're going to get better at double unders. I mean, that is the case, but there's a bunch of little tricks and tips that we can give you to hopefully help make you better at double unders. So one thing I wanted to talk about is the jump rope that you use. So you can use any jump rope for double unders. The jump rope that I use is an RPM jump rope. They make different cables as well. So basically the cable that I use is this wire cable. The thing with the wire cables is that when you're first learning, it's difficult to use something like this because it's so lightweight that you're not able to really feel that resistance when you're doing the double unders. So if you're just beginning and you're just learning how to do double unders, it might benefit you to use a bigger wire just so that you can hear the double under in the rope when it starts to go around. The goal is to eventually get to a cable wire because it's faster. But it also hurts a lot more when you get hit. So if you know anything about double unders, when you mess up, it whips you pretty good, and the cable does not make it nice, nor is it friendly when it hits you. So I suggest if you're just learning that you have a jump rope that is a little bit heavier, not something heavy like the Zeus rope. Those are really heavy, but something that you can at least feel the rhythm when you get going, okay? So now that we've talked about the difference in the jump ropes, I also want to talk about the height. So this is going to be different for everyone. For me personally, I'll put my foot into the middle of the jump rope, and then I'm going to bring it together, and then when I bring it out, you'll see that my rope handles, the start is basically in my armpits. When you're first starting to learn how to do double unders and jump rope, you'll probably benefit from having a longer jump rope, and that's because as we get tired, especially when we're learning, our hands tend to track out, and when they tend to track out like that, it's actually going to shorten your jump rope. If you look down at my feet, as my hands go out, my jump rope gets shorter, okay? So a lot of people when they're first learning, you'll get tired and your hands will drag out, which makes your jump rope shorter. So it might benefit you in the beginning to have a little bit longer jump rope, and then as you get better and better, you'll shorten that jump rope because then you're more efficient, right? It makes it faster. So just mess around with that differences. I know when I started, mine was like all the way up to here, and then as I got better, I just cut it down more and more. And then obviously now this is where mine's at. So that's something just to be aware of with the jump ropes, that it is going to be different for everybody. Something else that we'll talk about is hand placement. So when we're jump roping, we want to make sure that we have our elbows to our sides and that we can see our hands. So as I'm jump roping, I should be able to see my hands out of the corners of my eyes. I don't want them up here, straight in front of me, but I want my elbows out and I want to be relaxed, okay? If you think about, after you wash your hands and you go to dry your hands off, and if you don't have a towel, you'll kind of shake your hands like that. That's kind of the motion that you want to think about with your wrist. We want to jump, and when we jump rope, we want to use our wrists. We don't want to use our shoulders. A lot of people tend to shrug with their traps and their shoulders, and they'll get really tight here, and that's exhausting, okay? So we really want to think down and back, elbows to our sides, see my hands as I'm jumping. That way I know that my hands aren't tracking out. If I can't see my hands, that means I'm shortening my jump rope, and then more than likely you're gonna hit your feet. And that's another issue that a lot of people have. So again, elbows to your side, hands out, make sure you can see your hands, okay? And then keep your elbows to your side and flick your wrist. We wanna use our wrists, we don't wanna use our shoulders, especially when we do other movements in CrossFit, like handstand push-ups or shoulder presses or something like that. If your shoulders are exhausted and then you're trying to double under that way, it's just not gonna work out very well, okay? So again, stay loose, stay relaxed, stay upright, don't lean forward, and just make sure you're using your wrists, okay? So the next thing we'll talk about is our jump. So with our jump, guys, we wanna make sure that we're jumping through the balls of our feet and through our toes, okay? This is how you should be jumping. You don't wanna lean forward, okay? You wanna stay upright, and I should be jumping like this, okay? Again, a lot of people tend to land flat-footed, and you'll hear the difference, right? You don't want to land flat-footed because then you can't get the height that you need for the double under, okay? So make sure that you jump through your toes, and we don't want to see you piking, and we don't want to see you doing donkey kicks either, right? So piking or donkey kicks, same. So some people will do that. We don't want to do that. That's exhausting, and then also you don't want to do that, okay? Goal is to just stay here, stay relaxed, jump up. Think about bringing your shoulders to the sky, okay? Through there. So, again, for those jumps, you can do that to get the height. If you're still having issues, you can think jump, tap, tap, okay? A lot of people will show the penguin taps, jump up, tap, tap. Okay, you can hear that. So, a lot of getting double unders is rhythm, right? So jump, tap, tap, jump, tap, tap, jump, tap, tap. Okay, and as you get better, you'll become more efficient at it. But understanding that when you jump, you don't need to jump Michael Jordan, okay? But you have to jump high enough to be able to get this rhythm, okay? If you don't like this approach, you can also try the jump and tap, okay? So I'll jump up. Same thing, okay? We're just looking for that rhythm and that sound of the jump, tap, tap, okay, just so that you get into that rhythm. So, again, now, after we do all of those things and we get to practice and we're like, okay, I think I have the rhythm down, all that kind of stuff, the next thing we're gonna do is you're actually gonna try, okay? So again, you're gonna see, I'm gonna try and keep my ankle bones together. I'm gonna keep my hands so that I can see them, but they're not gonna be way out here. Okay, and I'm gonna try and relax and breathe through my double unders and just jump, tap, 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 okay? Again, a lot of people will tend to get their feet out or they'll like stagger with their feet. So if you can, think about keeping your ankle bones together. And if you need to, you can even put something in between. I think I used to use a wrist strap and I would like put it in between my ankle bones and try and just pinch it with my feet as I jumped. That will keep me tighter and in line so that my feet stay together. And again, we're just about efficiency. So once you get good at double unders, we always want to be as efficient as possible. Okay, so it should look like this. Okay, and as you guys saw, I always do a single into my doubles. Some people can just go straight into doubles. I find for my rhythm personally, if I don't do a single into my double, it makes it really hard. So again, it's just about finding out what works for you best, and I just hope these tips help. If you have any more questions, want some more tips, anything like that, tag me in the Facebook group, and hopefully we can get some more stuff out to you. All right, guys, good luck.